Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Medigy HITMC Awards. We're so excited you're here. Again, we wish we were there in person, but hey, we're going to have a lot of fun today on this online version, and thank you for joining us. So we're just going to give another quick minute to allow people to come online. But in the meantime, I'll just do a quick round of introductions of who you're seeing on the screen. So you should be seeing 4 lovely people on your screen, along with the PowerPoint presentation. And let me just go around the horn. I'm Colin Hung, CMO and editor here at Healthcare Scene, and I am going to be your MC today. John?
Sure, so I'm John Lynn, founder and chief editor at Healthcare Scene. Excited for the awards, and you guys know how much I love the community, so it's the best part, and I'm praying not to cry today.
Brittany, you can go next.
Oh, thank you. Brittany Quimby, Director of Marketing here at Healthcare Scene. Excited to be part of my first awards as a member of the team. And if John doesn't cry, I definitely will. So.
All right, and I'm Shahid Shah. I'm one of the early members of the HITMC community, along with John from many years ago. And I'm also co-founder and I basically run the Medigy.com site, which is our sponsor today. And so I'm playing 2 hats. One is as a regular community member in awe of all the awardees that we're about to honor here, but also, because I love these awards so much. I'm in my 5th year, I think we're sponsoring in this particular case. So we're looking forward to today's. And like John said, I wish we were there in person, but we'll take anything we can get in COVID times, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. We live in strange times, but we make do with tools like GoToMeeting. So sit back, relax, enjoy. For the next 90 minutes, we're going to be celebrating people from the HITMC community. We're going to be celebrating the best in healthcare and healthcare marketing, PR, and communications. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let me just do a quick little bit of background for those that may be new to HITMC or maybe don't know who we are. But HITMC is first and foremost a community. It was founded by John, and as Shahid mentioned, he was one of the early members of the community, and that's really what it's all about. It's about that community. It's about supporting each other and sharing knowledge and lifting each other up. That is really the ethos and the central theme of HITMC. We're not a membership, we're not really an association or anything like that. We're just a group of people who love to hang out together and love to talk shop. And if you follow along, there's 2 places where you can find us. You can find us on Twitter using the hashtag HITMC. And by the way, if you're tweeting, please use that hashtag today and share screenshots or share your thoughts on HITMC. The other folks who are not MCing are going to be monitoring Twitter and maybe chiming in with some of the comments we see. And we have our website at hitmc.com where you can find a lot of our articles and guest posts and those kinds of things. So today we are here to celebrate and have some fun, celebrate the successes of some of the amazing people who did some amazing work this past year. The 2020 Medigy HITMC Awards were expanded to a record 27 categories. That's the most we've ever had. We had a record number of nominations, and the high quality of those nominations really made it hard for the selection committee to narrow it down to just 3 honorees per category. We are doing this, of course, at the first time as a virtual event, as you well know. And just as a quick note of housekeeping for the winners, we will be shipping you the trophy, and we'll just be verifying your address and everything in the days ahead. Excuse me. I'm glad I'm here. I should be sneezing when I sleep. Excuse me. All right. Well, so just a quick note from our sponsor. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to give you a chance to sneeze, but I'm glad you're back. So Medigy really is about healthcare IT journalism. And what we believe is at our best, the marketing professionals are really value journalists. And value journalists in this case is we're focused on outcomes that we want to bring to the healthcare IT user community. So people who are using our tools, technologies, whether it's a hospital health system, whether it's other innovators, people look to us in the community to help tell them the truth about what products and services they should buy. And so when we do this right, we are actually outlining value and outlining outcomes to these prospects who are looking for tools and technologies. Our site basically is a product evaluation destination site and a health IT content aggregation site. And what that basically means is if you're looking for the best of the journalism as you see it today, our aggregation site has that. And then if you're looking for the best offerings, like what are the best products, services, solutions, we highlight those. And that's why we really love honoring this particular community specifically. And we're proud to sponsor this HITMC Awards for the 5th year in a row. So, you know, we've been doing this for a while. And as Colin said, it's grown. But I don't want you guys to think that it's grown because we want to just, you know, award this to more people. What we want to do is to highlight all the different ways that marketing is done. And that's why we have so many awards this year, is that, you know, there's a lot of different ways of getting the truth out and getting value journalism out, and it's very, very important. So we help marketing teams move buyers through the middle of the sales funnel. Basically, what we have is innovators come online. They either share articles, events, etc., or they share their offerings and their products and services. And then the rest of the community, that's us, can go online on Medigy.com and evaluate and tell each other what we think about those products and services. Go ahead, next. There you go. Okay, so what we're basically trying to do is to increase the discoverability and credibility of the products and services. So as we all know, in the marketing sphere, it's really hard to move people through the top of the funnel into the middle of the funnel and down out onto the sales side. And that's often because our customers don't understand what is the value of something, or what outcomes am I going to deliver, or is one product more trustworthy than another. And so what we're trying to do is to provide reviews, scoring, and judging that can be done transparently by the community, so that the buyers, influencers, and innovators can come together and really promote the best of the products and services that are out there in a truthful, trustworthy, credible manner. All right, so one last thing we'd like for you to do is help us after the award ceremony, you know, jump on to Medigy.com, critique what you think, how you think we're doing, and are we meeting the goals of helping people move through the middle of the funnel? And if not, tell us, right? Will a Yelp-like community-driven product evaluation site make a difference in building innovator credibility? Is the news feed any useful? Are the aggregated topic mappings, like we're collecting topics and maps of topics from a variety of different sources, because there is no one canonical source. So are we doing that well? But the two important things that we'd like for you to tell us is, what did we get wrong? We're all, so my normal rule when doing product design is, I'm gonna be wrong. The question is how wrong? And so that's what I'd love for you guys to tell us is, you know, what did we get wrong? And then what else would you like to see? Like helping you move people through that middle of the funnel, what are we missing? So with that, just love to turn it back over to Colin and let's start the awards.
Shahid, real quick, how much does it cost?
At the moment, it's free. And so for the rest of the year, there are no plans to charge anyone for anything just yet, while we're trying to figure out where we can add value. And as soon as we figure that out, of course, we have to make a living as well. So we'll figure that out later this year and early in 2021.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shahid, and thank you so much for your support over the years of the HITMC community. It's always fun to see you live, and it's just equally fun seeing you on camera. All right. Well, first of all, congratulations to everyone who is an honoree this year. 81 honorees, amazing work. And if you go to the hitmc.com website, there's a tab there for awards. You can see some of the work and click on see some of the examples. I encourage you to do so because it is just inspiring to see what everyone has done this year. So congratulations to everyone. And we're just going to go right into our first award. And as tradition here at HITMC over the last couple of years, we are starting with patients. We want to put patients front and center. So Patient Advocate of the Year, we have 3 honorees. First honoree is Barby Ingle. She is head of the International Pain Foundation, as well as a best-selling author. Barby lives with multiple rare disorders, and despite having a very challenging year this year health-wise, she still managed to deliver keynotes and host the International Pain Summit, and as well as mentor patients. So congratulations to Barby being the honoree. Next honoree is Mike Wenger. He is the founder of Clinical Trials Connect. He's a brain tumor patient, but probably more importantly, he's a software developer, and he's merged the two together to really bring the best of both worlds, his personal experience as a patient his skills as a developer, and offering them both to help solve the key challenge of clinical trial participation. And finally, our third nominee or honoree in this category is Morgan Gleason. She's only 21, but has been a patient advocate for over 6 years. Morgan recently stepped up her advocacy around price transparency. She was featured recently on CBS Morning News when the only thing that was changed was she changed insurance providers, and all of a sudden she noticed her bills went up by $220,000. So that's just an incredible story, and she has been a great champion over the years for patients. And now, to announce the winner, I'm going to give the envelope over to Brittany.
Thank you. Okay, and the winner is Barby Ingle.
Woo! Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, Barbie. So well deserved. And actually, we're going to get Barbie online with us so she can share a few words with us. Barbie,
Hi.
welcome.
Am I here?
You are here. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
I wonder why you can't see me. Let's see. Okay.
There you are. Hello.
Thank you. Wow. I was like, wow, Morgan did a lot this year. I've been so sick. This is totally a surprise and a shock. Thank you so much. I do this because I want to make a difference in people's lives, and it kind of evolved out of me being a patient. And I just wanted to tell everybody to use your voices to make a difference. And I do it by talking to other patients and creating a network so that I can find out what's going on the consumer level and bring that back to the industry to say, hey, this is what as patients we need. And it seems to be working and making a difference in the care that we get, in how insurance is covering different treatments, and even like portals and how providers are using those, virtual medicine. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for this honor. I'm happily shocked and surprised, and I did not imagine that I was going to win this year, but I highly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything you do, Barbie, and thanks for coming on air with us. It's what you're doing is truly amazing. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, the next award. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
So the next award, the Health IT Advocate of the Year Award. So we have three amazing nominees in this category as well. First up is Matt Fisher, a good friend, a lawyer who does a little work in HIPAA. We just have to whisper it. We don't really want to say it too loudly. He is also a HIMSS digital influencer. The thing about Matt is he's very generous with his time and will answer any questions you have, whether you're a client of his or not, and around privacy and security and HIPAA. He's just amazing. So congratulations to Matt on being an honoree. The next honoree is Jane. What can we say about Jane? She is just incredible. Her new book actually came out earlier this year and was featured on Gary's book club at CES 2020, back when we actually could go to conferences. She is a trusted speaker and panelist, and when Jane speaks, people listen, and for really good reason, because she's usually very spot on with her observations and her ideas. Healthcare definitely needs more people like Jane. And the third and final honoree is Dr. Nick, as most of us call him. I thought this picture was pretty appropriate. It was taken down in Las Vegas there with his doppelganger. You can see it there. But Dr. Nick is funny, charming, and 100% passionate about improving healthcare. All you have to do is speak with him, and you'll just get that emanating from him. And so the winner of this category is, I'll hand this over to John.
The winner is Jane Sershon Khan.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jane. It is well deserved. All right. And just a reminder to everyone who's a winner, we will be shipping you the award just after confirming that we spelled your name correctly on the trophy. All right, moving on to the next category. Podcasts of the Year in the individual category. We have three amazing podcasts. Definitely encourage you to listen to all three of them. First up, we have To Care as Human, which is done by Jason Wolf and Tiffany Christensen. It's a platform for all voices in patient experience to be heard. Next honoree is Hit Like a Girl podcast with Robin Roberts and Joy Rios. It is a community and mentorship to help you level up professionally and transform your life. And finally, the third honoree is This Week in Health IT with Bill Russell, working to amplify great thinking to propel healthcare forward. And the winner of this category is, over to you, Shahid.
Oh, thank you. All right, so the winner is To Care is Human.
All right. Congratulations to Tiffany and Jason. I know the both of you have put in a lot of work into that podcast this year. So thank you for bringing the patient experience forward in the form of a podcast. All right, the next category is Blog of the Year in the individual category. So we have 33 charts by Dr. Brian Vardabadian. If you want to know what the physician perspective is on healthcare and social media, definitely encourage you to check that one out. Next is The Healthcare Marketer by friend Dan Dunlop. If you want to know what's going on in the provider side of marketing and get a perspective on what it's going to take to market to patients and just some of the interesting things happening around healthcare marketing, definitely check out Dan's blog. And finally, a newcomer, a relative newcomer to our space, but an amazing blog that kind of marries Max's personal finance with healthcare finance, and our perspective around that is Max Out of Pocket. And the winner of this category will be announced by Brittany.
Thank you. And the winner is The Healthcare Marketer by Dan Dunlop. Yay!
Awesome. Hey, congratulations, Dan. Good work. And you've added a new element of video and podcasting to your blog. So congratulations on that this year. All right, moving right along, Blog of the Year in the provider category. So this is a new category. So we have three amazing blogs. The first up is Shine Online from Methodist Health System. And what they do is put together a lot of stories, patients, as well as advice onto their blog. It's really, really nicely laid out. You should definitely check it out at shineonlinehealth.com. The next honoree is Live Well Lemoyle by Copley Hospital. And it's a great blog site where it has a lot of information about mental health, as you can see, and other ways to help the community. And finally, the third honoree is Patient Stories by UC Davis. It is a collection of patient stories on their blog, which are amazing to read, perspectives from the patient. And the winner of this category is, over to you, John.
The winner is Methodist Health System.
Yay, congratulations. Shine Online. Okay, the next category that we have, we're moving right along here. All right, the next category we have is Social Media Campaign of the Year. Definitely have to applaud all the providers who are nominated and all the providers in this category because we know it's not easy to do social media as a provider, especially nowadays. So congratulations to everyone who had a nomination in this category. But the three that were picked as the honorees were the American Board of Orthopedics for their Twitter growth in 2019. It was phenomenal. It was almost like looking at a hockey stick. Ochsner, who had a Facebook campaign which was very successful around the historical separation of conjoined twins. It caused a lot of stir and a lot of retrospective looking back at what Ochsner has done over the years. And the third honoree is Renown Health for their Twitter campaign highlighting their CEO and other staff members as thought leaders in the community. And the winner of this category will be announced by Shahid.
Great, thank you. All right, so the winner here is Ochsner, and as a proud papa of a set of twins myself, mine weren't conjoined, fortunately, but this was an awesome campaign worth you guys taking a look at to learn from as well.
Awesome, congratulations to Ochsner. I believe this is the second year in a row they've won, so they've definitely kept up their game. Well, congratulations. So we have a new category this year, and that's representative of the fact that this format is definitely taking off in terms of marketing and in terms of how we consume media and information, and that is Video of the Year in the Provider category. And so we have 3 amazing videos that are honored. First up is Lawrence General Hospital for their Heart and Vascular Disease Get the Facts video. Second up is Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System with their triple bypass surgery at age 98, an incredible story about a very vibrant patient. And third, from my hometown, UHN Toronto for their MRI-guided radiation therapy video explaining what the heck was going on in downtown Toronto with this giant crane that was lowering a medical device. And the winner will be announced by Brittany.
Thank you, Colin. And the winner is Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System.
All right.
It's such a great video. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's very, very sweet. Go check it out online. It's really great.
You have to.
It is really good. And of course, we all know that when we put together these videos, it's 9 hours of work for like, a minute and a half of footage, right? But so kudos to the team who put that video together, because I can only imagine how fun or how challenging it was to do that. So congratulations. All right, the next category is Podcasts of the Year, another new category that's representative of the fact that this medium is definitely taking off. I mean, the number of podcasts has just exploded and continues to explode because we're all now cooped up at home and, are buying equipment like this microphone, just kind of getting podcasts together. But these 3 honorees have done an amazing job, really 3 amazing podcasts. Definitely check it out. We have links on the HITMC Awards page. So first up is Mom Docs. So Mom Docs are pediatricians. They share their advice and expertise on all the questions we face as parents, and they are part of Children's Hospital St. Louis. Then we have VCU Health, which is a podcast where experts share practical tips and the latest in technology, innovation, and research to help you achieve optimal health and wellness. And third, UPMC's That's Pediatrics. They are physicians, scientists, and other healthcare professionals who explore the new frontier of child and adolescent medicine. 3 amazing podcasts. And the winner will be announced by John.
All right, thank you, Colin. And the winner is St. Louis Children's Mom Docs by Radio MD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It is a phenomenal podcast. If I had children that were that age, I would definitely be taking a lot of their advice. Unfortunately, mine are, one of them's thinking about moving out of the house already. So
you need to just have some more, but.
I don't think that was one of the episodes, John, but.
Colin, I can check you mine if you want.
I have a few you can have too. But no, thanks to everyone that's clapping virtually as well. We see all your comments, and I'm sure on Twitter there should be a lot of adulation and clapping as well. So thanks for clapping virtually at home.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Thank you for that. And truly, these podcasts. I mean, just all the nominees. I had the chance to actually try and listen to a number of the people who weren't even listed here, and it's just the quality and the content and just the enthusiasm people have on this format is just amazing. The podcasts are just incredible. Not enough time in the day to listen to them all. All right, the final provider category. Oh no, so we have more provider categories. The next provider category is Website of the Year. So we have 3 amazing websites, and first up is The Well by Northwell Health. Really cool name and a really cool website where you can go and learn more information about your own health and wellness, as well as access Northwell's health system. The next honoree is Salinas Valley Memorial Health System, who recently revamped their website and has done an amazing job at helping people find and navigate to get to the right physician, to get to the right department. So it's very, very easy, as you can see with the buttons at the bottom of their homepage. And third, we have Spectrum Healthcare Partners, who has a really, really dynamic and interactive website. If you go to it, a movie starts playing in the background, right? And it's very visual. And I just captured a quick snippet here. So congratulations to Spectrum on their new website from 2019. And the winner of this category.
Great.
Thank you,
All right. Yes, that's great. So the winner is Northwell Health. And what I really loved about their website here was the theme on value journalism. I just love the amount of articles that are there that are really providing direct value to the patients and their caregivers to help them get around and figure out how to get to Northwell is one thing, but how to really maintain health is a whole other thing. So big round of applause for Northwell for making sure that their website, even though the cool stuff is in the podcasting and other things that are new, but their website is still a very, very important part of what we do every day.
Yes, Northwell Health has definitely done some amazing things. And of course, they're right in the front and center in the pandemic right now in New York. I actually had the chance to interview the CEO recently and I got a perspective from the ground as to what's going on there. So kudos to them for everything they're doing and to all our providers for everything you're doing on the front lines of the pandemic. But in particular, to these folks who did just an amazing job with their websites this year. All right, so now into some very fun categories of Marketing PR Campaign of the Year by a provider. So we have three really amazing campaigns. So first up is from Renown Health for the Thought Leadership Content Campaign featuring their CEO and other healthcare leaders within their organization under their bestmedicine.com website. The next up is Signature Health for their patient safety campaign. They did a PR blitz where they got their CEO, Kim Holland, as well as others featured in a number of publications talking about the importance of safety and the incredible work that they've been doing inside their organization. And finally, the Society for Critical Care Medicine for their Critical Care Congress. It was a multi-channel blitz for their conference, including social media and online publications, just talking about all the exciting things happening pre-conference and then during their congress as well. So congratulations to those three honorees. And the winner of this category will be announced by Brittany.
Thank you. And the winner is Signature Healthcare. Congratulations on your win.
Yes, getting all of those articles published by all those magazines and all those online publications is not easy. So kudos to the PR team for getting that done, and on such an important topic of patient safety, whether that was around adverse events or whether that was just around some of the things that they're doing to train their individual staff members. Great stories all around, and really kind of brought forward the need to focus on reducing that risk area for patients and staff. All right. So now we get to a really, really interesting award, the Marketing Person of the Year in the Provider category. We had so many amazing people nominated. Wish we could give an award to all of them because they were just all outstanding, but we have three honorees. And first up is David Elstein, and I'll just read what's on here. He's with the American Board of Orthopedic Surgery. David is a one-person marketing department. He does everything from recording and hosting podcasts to running the organization's social media presence to managing all the communications with the 27,000 orthopedic surgeon diplomats. He has just done an incredible job this year and definitely is deserving of being an honoree. The next person up for the Marketing Person of the Year is Suzanne Hendery of Renown Health. Suzanne leads perhaps the most dynamic marketing team among provider organizations. Their Thought Leadership Marketing Program has put the organization on the national map. She works tirelessly and is a fantastic leader and extremely collaborative. And if you've ever heard her speak, she's great on stage. And finally, we have Lorraine McGrath of Signature Healthcare, running a seriously under-resourced marketing department at a small hospital in Massachusetts. Lorraine has overseen the development and execution of phenomenal campaigns, especially the one that just won the award, the Patient Safety Campaign for Signature Health. And she is very, very easy to work with. So congratulations to all three of you for being the honoree. And the winner of this category is, over to you, Jen.
All right, the winner is, my neighbor to the north, Suzanne Hendery.
Hey,
congratulations, Suzanne.
Congratulations, Suzanne.
Great job.
And now we're going to bring Suzanne online here to say a few words. Congratulations, Suzanne, on your win. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. And I just want to thank all of you at Healthcare Scene, including John and Colin and Brittany and Shahid and the whole HITMC community for giving us this honor on behalf of Renown and Dr. Tony Slonim. We just want to say thank you. Special shout out to Dan Dunlop, because we couldn't have done anything in social media without his help and guidance. And again, just so excited to be part of this community and all the work that you do. So thank you.
Well, you're very welcome, Suzanne. And it's great to hear your voice, by the way. And I know you're continuing to do some amazing work at presenting at various online conferences and webinars, and just continuing to work at Renown. A lot of people, well, myself included, just I wonder how you find all of that time in the day to do everything that you do.
Well, it's a pleasure to work in this industry and with such wonderful folks. So thank you, Colin and team. We really appreciate all that you do.
Now this wouldn't be a media program if I didn't ask at least one question of you. What piece of advice would you give to everyone who's online with us right now in terms of healthcare marketing?
Well, I love the write-ups that you're doing as part of the program today, and I would just say that having subject matter experts like your CEO and physicians and nurses and other clinicians as part of your care team support your work and understand your work and value your work is immensely gratifying. And we are just the wind beneath their wings, and it's just great to be able to get their voices heard, especially during this time.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Suzanne. It's incredible to look at your work, and thank you for being on air with us.
Thank you, Colin and team.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming.
All right. All right, moving on now to the health IT categories. So first up, we have Blog of the Year. And here we have the first honoree, Meditech, for their new and revamped website, kind of in tune with their, their new blog. So check it out. It's got a ton of really good information, not just for Meditech customers, but for the general public as well. We also have Optimum Healthcare IT by our friend Larry Kaiser and company. Some really great information out here shared by the company around ERP health, around other technology areas. So go check it out at their blog at Optimum Healthcare IT. And finally, the third honoree is Solutionreach, which has some incredible information, whether you're a physician practice, a hospital, all around, not only their technology and the use of patient communications and appointment setting and all those kinds of things, but also just in general around healthcare as well. So 3 amazing blogs that you should definitely check out. And you know, they have some really, really amazing writers and contributors to all 3 of them. And the winner of this category is, over to you, Shahid.
All right, very good. All right, so the winner is Solutionreach. You got them up on the screen already. And one thing I wanted to note about this particular category is it's really easy, especially as bloggers, to write about the things that we care about because, you know, writers are always told, you know, write about the things that interest you and what you care about. But it's really, really hard. And this is why it was really hard to pick a winner in this category, because so much of the writing had to be done for the community and for the users and for patients and for the users of these products and services. So my hat's off to everybody who writes in these areas, because it's really, really hard to keep interesting stories in these kind of corporate type of blogs. So great work to Solutionreach, and the other honorees are doing some awesome work as well.
And as you know, as we know here, and as many of the people who are online with us right now know, it's not easy to sustain a blog, right? Like, both in terms of just writing and producing content, as you mentioned, Shahid, but also just in terms of maintaining the buy-in from executives that this is a good idea, right? So especially in the healthcare IT side, because everyone wants just, oh, shouldn't you just be writing about our product? And the answer is no. You need to write about everything else.
Right. Yeah. Great point.
So kudos to the folks in this category for being able to convince your executives that it makes sense to write about everything related to healthcare, and therefore make your blog a destination for readers and prospects. All right, the next category is Social Media Campaign of the Year by Health IT Organizations. So obviously one that's near and dear to our hearts, as we do a lot of social media work. And great news of this year was that it wasn't just on Twitter. There were a number of different platforms. The three honorees are AdvancedMD for their CIRMO campaign. CIRMO is a closed social media network for physicians, and so they did a campaign on that, was very successful. Meditech for their 50-year anniversary campaign across all of the social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, just an amazing, amazing campaign. And finally, Trust HCS with their Road to a HEMA campaign that I wrote about and published on HITMC.com, where Dalton and team did some amazing run-up to the annual HEMA conference, where they did their road trip and documented it for everyone. So just some really, really cool and interesting uses of social media this year by health IT organizations. And the winner will be announced by Brittany.
Thank you. All three great campaigns this year, but the winner is AdvancedMD.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win, well deserved.
Yes, congratulations to Brett and company over at AdvancedMD for that amazing social media work that they do, not only just for the conferences that they went to, but just in general, when there wasn't even a conference, they were doing some amazing stuff. So congratulations to Brett and AdvancedMD.
And one quick note there, Colin, is the lesson from this particular win here is that it's okay to go on the specialized networks and do your campaigns, because you may actually get a much bigger reach in a smaller pond, even though you know the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams are a little bit sexier. These professional, narrow kinds of social networks are getting very, very useful, and that's why one of the reasons why we highlighted AdvancedMD is their more advanced use of that that new specialized network.
John, you were going to say something?
Yeah, they also did something really creative at a conference where they decided not to exhibit. They decided to essentially create a virtual booth on social media. So they're full of lots of creative ideas and virtual uses of social media, which seems especially appropriate today, and maybe even prescient that they understood the need for virtual. But yeah, so they've done some awesome creative things if you want to check out what they're doing.
Awesome. Yeah, and you know, that's again like one of the great things that I love about these awards is just going through all of the nominees and honorees, just get inspired by all the things that they're doing. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chad, around this closed loop. And you know, would never have thought that you could run a campaign on a closed ecosystem like that, like CIRMO, but they did it and it was very successful. And also, you know, to the folks over at Trust HCS for kind of breaking the mold and doing something a little fun about documenting a road trip to HEMA and actually going on a real road trip to get there. So that is definitely breaking the mold. But congratulations to AdvancedMD and to everyone who was nominated. All right, the next category is Video of the Year. Again, this is we had quite a variety of videos in this one. We had explainer videos, we had promotional videos, some really, really amazing ones. And the three honorees for this category is MEDHOST for their Rev Cycle explainer video, and the next one is Meditech Driven to Excellence video. And finally, the third one is WebPT physical therapy software patient journey video. If you haven't watched these videos, there are links on the hitmc.com awards page where you can go and watch these videos. And they're all really, really incredible, actually. Well, very well done. And the winner is?
The winner is MEDHOST. Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah. And I think videos are definitely in vogue. I think we underestimate the power of video, especially a well-done video. You know, I've often done videos over the last decade of writing on Healthcare IT Today and publishing, and it's amazing how, you know, even 3-4 years after, I'll go and I'll meet someone and they're like, oh, I know you, you're the guy from the video. And I'm like, that video got 50 views, but those 50 people remember me completely because it's almost like they shared an experience. So I think the power of video shouldn't be underestimated. So congrats to MEDHOST.
Yeah, and one same kinds of advice there is, if you can in your videos and such include patients and include physicians, especially nurses and those kinds of professionals, they can actually increase the views. But that's not really the most important thing. It's what John said. It's increasing the number of people that remember you from the videos. That's most important. So yeah, great advice.
All right, sorry, just having a little. All right. The next category is Marketing Campaign of the Year from a health IT company. So we've had 3 amazing campaigns that were highlighted. Lenovo had a multi-touch ABM campaign that they did for their healthcare division, which was really incredible in terms of all of the assets that they brought to play. MEDHOST again for their community hospital multimedia campaign, and Only Both for their benchmarking for long-term care, post-acute care, and SNFs, which was done by Only Both, and it was a really great online campaign through social media. And the winner of this category is?
Great, thank you. All right, winner is Lenovo. That's awesome. As a longtime Lenovo user, this is very exciting for me. But in this particular category, what's really cool is their use of all of these various techniques to do account-based marketing. And we know that account-based is really, really tough. And if you're not in a multi-touch point environment, it becomes even more difficult. And so one of the key learnings here is how do you use very small but very useful and tightly integrated capabilities to hit all the different places that you have to go, because we know in healthcare no decision is made unilaterally or by any single person. It's a consensus-driven decision. So if you don't have a consensus-driven marketing campaign, it'll be really tough. And that's why the other 2 nominees were also wonderful, but there was just something truly unique about the way that Lenovo picked up on that requirement to build consensus through a unified approach to different accounts, which was terrific to learn from.
Yeah, and if I know in the HITMC community we have a lot of ABM fans, so this win is really a win for all of us who are championing ABM within the organization to say, hey, your ABM campaign can be award-winning, first of all, but second of all, it can make a huge difference, and when it's executed to the level that Lenovo did, I think it can be really good. So we're going to try to get Lenovo to maybe write up an article about what they did to kind of share that knowledge, because I do think just seeing their submission, just chock full of really incredible pieces and nuggets of learning that we could all benefit from on the community.
Yeah, and one quick note about that is that Lenovo, obviously a huge company, multinational, but I didn't want everyone to think that you'd have to have multiple billions of dollars worth of campaign size. I mean, ABM, when done right, can happen in very, very small snippets. It's more thoughtfulness that we're highlighting here rather than budget size, et cetera, because you can get a lot done with just a little bit of money as well.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again to Lenovo. All right, the next category, one of my favorite categories, Website of the Year by a healthcare IT company. And so we have 3 amazing websites to highlight. The first up is Binary Fountain. If you've gone to the website, it's very easy to navigate, very visual, and I love the fact that they have all their social media stuff front and center right on the left-hand side of their page. Next, we have Medivolve, who is a very cool, very developer-friendly website, very dark themed. It's very easy to use and just full of great information. I love the color scheme of their website. The third website that's being honored is TigerConnect, who recently went through a rebrand a couple of years ago, and their new site, or this website, is just very simple, very visual. I love the fact that their product is front and center, so you can see exactly how it works right there on the page. So really 3 incredible websites by healthcare IT companies, and the winner of this category is?
Thank you. Yes, Colin said all 3 are really cool websites, so if you can go and check them out. They're all, super user-friendly, eye-popping. So if you are looking to kind of redo your website, you guys can take these as a template to look at for yours. And the winner is TigerConnect. Congratulations.
Congratulations to TigerConnect, a great website. And actually what's really fun is for me as a former product marketer, I love the fact that a lot of the pictures that they have on the website is people using the product, as opposed to just straight up screenshots and those kinds of things. So the in-situation type photographs really, it's a little subtle thing, but as marketers, we pick up on those, and I love the fact that they do that in a lot of their photos on their website. And I also love the fact they have giant pictures, right? Because that's just more visually appealing. So one of my favorite websites. And congratulations to TigerConnect. All right, The next one, a very hotly contested category. We had so many nominees in this category. The selection committee this year had really hard time narrowing it down to just the 3. And so what we'll probably do is probably list all the other ones online in an article at some point, and just to give you some flavors of podcasts to listen to. But the 3 honorees this year is the Redox podcast. And on the Redox podcast, they talk about some of the more interesting and influential people in healthcare today. The second one is by Spencer Health Solutions. It's their podcast, People Always, Patients Sometimes. And they look at the evolution of drug development, clinical trials, and healthcare to recognize the important role that patients should have in this process. And third, we have the How I Transformed This podcast by Versus 12. They talk about success stories and transformation in healthcare on their podcast. And the winner of this category is, over to you, John.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of podcasts. They've been growing exponentially. So the winner for this category is Redox. Congratulations, Redox.
Yes. Congratulations to Nico and the rest of the team there. Sorry, John, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. I really enjoy their podcast. It's a relatively new entrant, but I think Nico and his team come from a pretty interesting perspective because of the interoperability they offer, and so the number of companies they work with. He's a former Epic guy, and he's not afraid to kind of push the envelope and make it casual, make it interesting. So congrats to Redox on a well-deserved win.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to participate as a guest in one of the very early versions of the Redox one, and what I really like about them is that they've taken this, what would seemingly be an unsexy topic, right? Who the heck wants to be talking for hours on end about interoperability? Because of course we all know that's a very solved problem and everything is already done in interoperability.
Exactly.
But, that's exactly right. But Nico and the team really are doing a good job getting people who are working these problems in on those podcasts. And the one thing to learn there is a lot of us bring guests onto our podcast, and we participate as guests as well. But the really important point is try to create some disagreement. Try to figure out where people really are thinking differently than you are, because there's a little bit too much of people agreeing with each other on these podcasts in many cases. And that's one of the things that I liked about Redox's especially, is that there was enough places where there was disagreement, there was pushing, not a lot of shoving, but a little bit of pushing to make sure that things stay interesting in this otherwise, unsexy topic like interoperability.
You don't talk healthcare interoperability with your wife and kids at home? I can't believe it.
I don't admit that's all, John.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right. And thank you, first of all, to everyone who's lighting up the HITMC hashtag. I was just on there checking out some of the tweets. They are amazing. Thank you for sharing and broadcasting, helping us broadcast this to a much wider audience than is on this particular award ceremony. I do have to read this one because I thought it was funny. It's from Matt Devinray. Sorry, I mispronounced your last name there, but he just said, I just realized that I'm clapping for the winners to myself while watching this online, and my kids think I'm crazy because no one except him can hear it. But thank you for clapping, and we all feel it through the vibes online.
Well, his kids didn't hear it, so that's all that matters.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. Okay, on to the next category. So the next category, another one of my personal favorites, because as Brittany and I have spent a lot of time doing trade shows, this is sort of near and dear to our hearts around Trade Show Campaign of the Year. It takes so much effort to get ready for a trade show. Unfortunately, this year, we're not having to do that, so we have to put our energy somewhere else. But last year, some incredible work was done in getting ready for some amazing trade shows. So we have Lenovo for their multi-touch ABM campaign in their booth that was up for HIMSS. We have MRO, which did their community health campaign, and Omnicell for their, I got the wrong, I apologize. These are the wrong photos here. So I apologize to MRO and to Omnicell for not getting the right photos here. But I will fix that in the version online. But yeah, some really amazing work done by these 3 companies for their trade show campaigns. And the winner of this category is, over to you, Shahid.
All right. The winner again is Lenovo. This is awesome. First, congrats to all three of the honorees, as Colin mentioned. As you think about this, and we were going through trying to figure out, which ones were standing out, we really had to highlight again Lenovo because the connections between all of their various pieces were just so well done that you had to say that there was a significant amount of thought that went in through, especially that account-based marketing theme again. So this is one of those areas where if you can do that connection and do it well, people will come from their different touch points, come into your exhibits, and then when they leave, they remember these things. So like that, the socks one is interesting, but the main thing here is it doesn't have to be super expensive. It just has to be well thought out and integrated. And I think that's really the thing we're highlighting again here at the booth.
And I'd say this is a well-deserved win. MRO did some amazing things in the HIM world, which is a challenging thing because many in the HIM world already know MRO. So how do they create a campaign that still stands out? Is a real challenge. And even Omnicell, I can't believe Lenovo beat out robots. Like Omnicell has these amazing robots, talking about the autonomous pharmacy, and, so it's a well-deserved honor because they had some great competition in this category. It does make me wonder next year, does this category adjust to a virtual campaign of the year, virtual conference campaign of the year? I think it must.
I think it definitely should. I mean, especially with the way things are going, we're only going to have small conferences. So I think the virtual conference could be next year's category.
Yeah, and by the way, that is one thing we cover on Medigy.com. We have an events listing, and we have been separating over the last few months physical versus virtual. So if we can be helpful in that and highlight anybody doing any virtual events or events that wants the community to know about it, just come up, register on there. It's all free, as John was saying a little while ago.
Awesome.
And apologies, I got the slides out of order. So here's the MRO stuff, John, that you were highlighting. They did, and to your point, it doesn't have to be expensive. What they did was a sort of an in-flight Air magazine kind of campaign to go along with the HEMA 19 that they were at. It was just incredible, and they really took it right to the nth degree because they actually had pictures of luggage and things that you could get, and those were the giveaways. So it was really well done by MRO. And as you mentioned, Omnicell with their booth, they had robots in their booth, and just an amazing, well laid out physical space for their A-Ship mid-year 2019 trade show. So congratulations to all three, but also congratulations to Lenovo for winning the category. All right. Next up, we have Marketing Team of the Year from a health IT company. So we have three amazing teams. We have first up Dell Technologies, who carved out a unique voice in the healthcare space for this technology giant. We have Solutionreach for continued successful thought leadership content campaigns that included webinars, articles, and ABM. And to WebPT, who generated almost 6,000 leads in 2019 with an inbound content marketing strategy. Three amazing teams who did some amazing work last year. And the winner of this category is...
Yes, awesome efforts by all these teams as a whole. But the winner is WebPT. Congratulations.
All right.
If anybody goes and checks out all of their content, they've had some really great educational content that they've been using to help generate all of these leads that they have over the past year. And so it's really, really great if you can go check it out.
Yeah, and one of the things to learn from some of the the nominees that came in is our jobs from the large group of people who help decide who the winners are, is the more you tell us about the outcomes that they achieved as part of their campaigns or as part of a podcast, or like in this particular case, the number of leads that were generated. So when we know that you were trying to do something, you wanted a result, and that you were able to achieve that result, that helps us as the selectors and the judges in the awards to make easier decisions. So in the future, as you're nominating, and we hope to see even more hundreds of nominations next year, please do in your nominations tell us as much as you can as to what the purpose was for something. Then tell us what was done, and then we can evaluate whether or not the purpose was met and the outcomes and the results matched what was expected.
Amazing. All right. Well, congratulations to WebPT again. Some really great work across all of the different areas this year. Okay, so now we're into the agency categories, and we've kept the last few. If you're waiting for the individual ones, those are the last few, just as a preview. But blog of the year from an agency. So agencies do some incredible work, and it's really awesome that a lot of agencies are, of course, sharing their knowledge and writing some of their tips and tricks online and through their blogs. And so the 3 we have up for honorees this year include KNB Communications for their blog. You can check that out at knbcom.com/blog. We have some really great content out there. Next, we have Matter Communications with their matternow.com/blog site. They really have some really good information, especially around some of the work they're doing in the PR world. It's just incredible. A lot of really good tips and tricks there. And finally, we have True North Custom, who focuses on the provider world, but they do have some amazing content written by their in-house experts, as well as some contributors, just talking about some of the latest trends and tips for marketers who work at healthcare providers. So congratulations to all 3, and so the winner will be announced by John.
Thank you. And as a blogger myself for many years, I love this category. So the winner is KNB Communications.
Hey.
Yeah, congrats, KNB.
Yes, congratulations to Chintan and to Beth and to the rest of the organization. The blog is pretty incredible.
Yeah, and a fun story here is, of course, as judges, as we were going through these, we were told that we have to do all these hundreds of evaluations. So as these blogs came in, I found myself getting sucked into reading the actual content instead of judging it. So on all 3 of these, I just spent probably way more time in looking at each one of these, because as I started reading an article, I was like, hey, that's an interesting article. Then I have to remember, like, no, we're judging the entire blog as a whole. So this was a fun one to do, because there's so much useful content on all 3 of the honorees, but KNB just did a fantastic job.
All right, next category. We're really making good time here. We're breezing through these, which is great. So website of the year, again, one of my favorite categories, because I just love websites and the designs, and you can imagine how difficult it is for an agency to design their own website. So first of all, it's the shoemaker syndrome, where you barely have any time for your own website. So kudos to the people who did revamp their websites or work on them this year. And second of all, as an agency, there's sort of like a higher bar that you have to cross. So congratulations to everyone who did some amazing work. But the 3 honorees this year are Clarity Quest for their website, very visual and very purple, which is very on brand, very, very nicely done. We have Haley Sue, who has a really incredibly zen website, and very minimalist, which I definitely appreciate, and definitely should just check that out. And that is pronounced Haley Sue, not Haley Salt, but and our friends over at Studio North for their website, which has this amazing video that plays when you get there, and of course on their theme of making it matter. And the winner of this category is, over to you, Shad.
All right, so the winner here is Clarity Quest. All right.
Woo!
So as Colin already mentioned, just the thematic approach of how unified the entire site is, and going in and tying to what value they're providing to the customers is really tough, especially because everybody just thinks, hey, you're just a marketing organization, right? You should be just as good as someone else. But they did a really good job highlighting what makes them special versus others, and that way when you go in, you're not trying to figure out, where are you different. They just tell you, here's what we do, here's how we're different, and I really like that as we were going through the evaluations.
Yeah, it's always fun to go and look at all these websites and just see what everyone is doing. And yeah, again, I just point to the fact that as an agency, the bar is so much higher for you, and so to pull off these really incredible websites is just, it's a testament to the hard work that all of you are putting in.
Absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to get into some of the personal categories, and just a quick piece of logistics to share with you. So we asked everyone in these categories who was an honoree to be ready to come on camera. So thank you to all of you who got dressed up and ironed the t-shirt maybe, but thank you very much for getting yourselves ready. And so we are going to bring on the winners in these following categories to say a few words. And the first up is a new category that we introduced this year. There are 2 awards in the Rising Star category. And these awards really recognize the outstanding work and achievement of a professional who works in a healthcare agency, and this is the agency one, who has only been in healthcare for less than 2 years. So these are very people who are very new to healthcare. And it's just so exciting to see how many nominees were in this category this year. There's just so many people who are entering healthcare, either who have prior marketing experience or PR experience, or just brand new period, straight out of college. Just incredible to see the achievements of these individuals. So definitely kudos to everyone who was nominated, but especially the following 3 honorees in the Rising Star category. But go ahead, John, looks like you say something.
Yeah, if I can chime in here, I love this category because, it's interesting as we've gone through the awards, how many times we've said our friend, and really that's how we see the community. And if you're not our friend today, you'll be your friend eventually. I think that's how the community is put together. So, for me, I love this Rising Star category because the Rising Stars means we get more friends, and that's awesome. So, congratulations to all the nominees. It's impressive to do this so early in your career and to be recognized by your peers, is pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why this is super important for the audience to look at as well is that there are no super experts in this field. If you've been here in the field for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it just doesn't matter, right? In every single case. In some cases, it matters because you've got some of the history of what vendors and things like that have been in the field. But we wanted to really highlight these Rising Stars because the ideation, the newness isn't just about the idea that, okay, it's a fresh way of looking at it. No, they have a different way of looking at the problem. Just look, for example, in the last 3 or 6 months, how much the health IT world has adjusted. And this new type of thinking will help us figure out and navigate our way to making sure that the value that we're trying to provide to our customers is easy to understand. And sometimes if you've been in the industry for too long, you seem to have forgotten that there is a reason why we're all here, and it's not because of product, services, and solutions. It is for the patients, it's for the caregivers, for the professionals, and that's what these guys help. And if you listen to them, that's what these guys will be able to help you do. So we wanted to kind of like boost them a bit so that you can go back, when you go back to work, you can say, hey, those crazy people on the video said I'm important, and we want you to use that as a way of talking to staff around you as you're moving forward in your careers.
And we need the Rising Stars to come knock off the old rust off the old curmudgeons like Shahid and myself. So, keep us young and fresh and to question, is that really a core value or is that just how we've always done it and it needs to change? So, This is an exciting category.
It is a great category. So let's get to the honorees in the agency category. So first up, we have Laura Bastardi of Matter Communications. Laura has risen from intern to account executive in just 2 short years. Her dynamicism with clients relative to her experience is a marvel to behold, and she consistently delivers results above the stated metrics for a large, demanding, all healthcare client portfolio. So congratulations for being an honoree, Laura, over at Matter Communications. The next honoree is Lacey Herman with Anderson Interactive. Lacey is eager, professional, committed, and exciting. She has already taken over major strategic and tactical pieces of their agency, from their events and awards program through newsletters, press releases, and website management. That is a litany of responsibilities that Lacey has. And third honoree in this category is Gemma Roche from KNB Communications. Gemma is creative and is always searching for interactive ways to learn from others and to teach others about health IT. She's a leader and a mentor that's always willing to go above and beyond to learn and share her knowledge, and that makes her a rising star that will only get brighter. And that is true for all of the rising stars that were nominated in this category. And the winner of this category is...
Thank you. And the winner is Laura Bastardi. Congratulations, Laura. Good job. Your colleagues
Yes.
have very amazing things to say about your work and your passion for what you do and how you've kind of grown from going from an intern to an account executive in 2 years. So well-deserved win. Congratulations.
Are we going to bring Laura on? Is she on?
I'm just getting to her here.
And as she's coming on, the one thing that was in common amongst these 3 rising stars is the amount of work that they put in, right? And so that's one thing that, as an old curmudgeon, as John said, it heartens us, is that the hard work necessary. You know, we hear from this day and age that, you know, the young guys, they just don't work that hard. Well, that does not apply to these 3 that that we looked at here, and especially with Laura as she comes on and accepts the award.
Laura, welcome
Hi.
to the program.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry, my webcam is not working. But wow, I'm so surprised. Thank you all so much. I'm honestly just so surprised and grateful to be part of this community and be recognized as a rising star. I know I was in great company with the other honorees, so congratulations to both of you and everyone else as well. But thank you again. I'm so appreciative.
And Laura, what's it been like to sort of learn healthcare? I mean, or sort of become ingrained in this world? Is there anything that's sort of been surprising or pleasantly surprising about this world that you've entered?
A lot of things have been surprising. When I started working in healthcare, that wasn't necessarily my plan, and I didn't have much experience in the space. But when I joined Matter, I was working with such experienced and intelligent people. They helped me learn so quickly, and I've become really interested personally in healthcare, not just professionally. So that's been nice to kind of give me that extra edge when I'm working, to have that interest. But yeah, I love working in healthcare, and even though it wasn't my initial plan, everything works out how it's supposed to. So
Awesome. And any advice for people who are now entering the healthcare marketing world? Now that you've been here for a little while, what advice would you give to someone who's just entering?
I would say pay attention to the people you respect and work with, and how they do things. In so many ways, I've shadowed my colleagues because they are so great at what they do and at their craft. So pay close attention to the people speaking around you, and make sure you're constantly listening and learning.
Awesome. Laura, thank you so much, and congratulations on being the 2020 Rising Star in the agency category.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
And to some of the young folks out there, one key piece of advice to add on to what Laura just said is, it's very important to do exactly what she said, which is to watch what the others are doing. But one area where the best of the best keep rising is when they don't follow what's been told to them, right? As John was saying a minute ago, is we have a lot of older views of things where we'd love to see the pushback, but that pushback should not come from general opinions, but some level of evidence, some level of research, primary research when helpful, et cetera. And that is one way to, by the way, to know whether or not you're at the right place is if you offer advice backed by evidence and people don't listen to you, start finding another place to work.
That is great advice, Shai, great advice. All right, so the next Rising Star category is the Healthcare and Health IT Rising Star. So we have 3 amazing honorees here as well. So we have Dalton from Trust HCS. Dalton has a personal goal to make an impact on the industry, and especially through social media. And he has definitely shaken it up with the Road to HIMA campaign that we saw earlier, and drove that campaign, and other work that Dalton does has driven some really, really amazing results. The next honoree we have is Paige from Care Risk Partners. Paige understands that her role of supporting is not to seek visibility or notoriety. She simply performs beyond expectations and is recognized for her work without requiring the fanfare. So congratulations to Paige for being an honoree in this category. And the third honoree is Matt, the aforementioned Matt that I read the tweet from of Navi Health. Matt is a consummate professional and is always looking for ways to increase his knowledge of the industry while at the same time having an impact on it. So congratulations to all 3 of these incredible honorees. And the winner is...
All right, thank you, Colin. The winner is Dalton Patterson. Woo. You know, I have to say with Dalton, you know, when the coronavirus hit and everything shut down, Dalton had created a campaign with a scavenger hunt across Las Vegas. And one of the disappointing things of the shutdown was I didn't get to do my social media scavenger hunt with Dalton in Vegas during an event. I think the Axis event. I was like disappointed, but congratulations, Dalton. Well deserved.
Well deserved, Dalton, and welcome to the program. Oh, we have a blank screen. Hopefully can we hear you, Dalton?
We have video, no audio.
That's it. Oh, the audio looks like it's coming back online now. You know, we can tell we're doing this live, right?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Hey, how you doing, Dalton?
Right there.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. Nope.
Can hear you half the time.
Hey, we can see you now. There you are.
Congratulations, Dalton.
We can see
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we can. We can definitely hear you.
We'll turn off webcam. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
So I don't have a good enough connection in this restaurant to show webcam, but you can at least hear audio, right?
We can.
Yep, that works great.
Great. Hey, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations on your win, Dalton. What's it been like for you now entering this new world of healthcare?
It has been it's been challenging and it has been awesome. I've got a great team behind me that has really embraced digital. We've got a sales team and an operations team that just continues to embrace with the new age of not only social media but just digital communication and involving themselves with facilities and colleagues across the United States in the digital age, and they're thriving in it, and it's really cool to see, and it's cool to just get to be a part of watching them grow while growing myself. So super cool.
Awesome, Dalton. Well, well-deserved win. Thank you so much for everything you do, and we look forward. And I'm personally looking forward to seeing what you're going to do next year as you move forward with Trust HCS and in your career. So, congratulations on being the rising star for 2020.
Woo! Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
All right. So the next category is Marketing Person of the Year for Agencies. And while I'm going to go through the honorees, we're going to bring on a special guest to give away this year's award. And I'll give you one guess as to who that special guest is going to be. But first up, in terms of an honoree, is Beth Cooper from KNB Communications. Beth is a natural marketer and a humbling team leader, and that is not enough to describe Beth. She takes on any challenge that comes her way, whether it's a new client project or whether it's generating ideas. Beth is an expert in the marketing field, and we are so lucky to have a chance to work with such a clever and thoughtful, intelligent marketer. The next honoree is Jennifer Jennings from Anderson Interactive. Jennifer brings more than a decade of health IT communications expertise to her team and clients, and is an invaluable or valuable, extremely valuable asset for the continued and strategic growth of the agency. So congratulations to Jennifer on her honoree. And finally, we have Ryan Lilly over at Matter Communications. Ryan has helped to launch the health portfolio and grew it to over 20 clients this past year. He is super active online and in various marketing communities, both locally and nationally. So congratulations to all three of these incredible honorees. And to give away and announce the winner of this year's category, we have last year's winner with us, Stacy. Welcome to the program.
It's so great to be with y'all today. I love these faces.
And we're so happy to see you as well. And I can see the flower. You got everything going on. It is perfect. It's so nice to see you, Stacy. I hope you're keeping safe and keeping well.
Sure thing.
All right. So if you could do the honors of this award, I'm going to hand you the envelope.
Wow, thanks, Colin. That's amazing. You guys, this is going to be an awesome honor for this person. And congratulations to all the nominees. And here we go. The Agency Marketing Person of the Year is Beth Cooper of KNB Communications. Congratulations, Beth.
Woohoo!
All right, that is awesome. And yes, so we're gonna bring her online so the six of us now can have a little bit of a conversation. But Beth, congratulations on being the 2020 Marketing Person of the Year.
Yep. And thanks to Stacy with everything you've done throughout the year as well. You know, Beth has big shoes to fill following in your footsteps. So congratulations, Beth.
Thank you so much. Is there a tiara that can come through the screen?
Wait, you were supposed to bring your own tiara in.
We'll have the Wearflow 3D print one for you.
So much for this. This is really, honestly, a really super big honor to be recognized by people that you admire. It feels so wonderful. So thank you so much. And I'm not considering this a win because something that I love about this community is that we don't really compete with each other. We all lift each other up, like John was saying, and we're all in this to try to make people's lives better by making healthcare better through communication. So I share this with everybody. I sincerely appreciate the handoff of the crown, Stacy, but we'll continue to share it.
I think definitely we will have to get Wearflow to create a tiara for us so we can hand this over to people. And yes, no, and by the way, Beth, so this does mean you have to pen an opera and you have to, or a musical, and then perform it at the HITMC next year in person.
Okay.
That is the bar that Stacy has set for this award winner. So that's apparently a requirement. Awesome. Well, it's so great to see both your lovely faces. Thank you, Stacy, for coming on and being our special guest to announce the winner. We do appreciate it. And congratulations again, Beth, on being the winner of this year's award.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Congratulations. All right. And so now we get to another category, this time in the health IT world. So we have the Health IT Marketing Person of the Year. Three incredible nominees or honorees. We have Brett over at AdvancedMD. Brett encourages creativity and fosters an environment where people can be their most innovative. He's always coming up with new ideas and works well with others to come up with equally great ideas. Brett is always enabling other people to succeed and is the first one to share credit. Congratulations to Brett. Next up, we have Larry over at Optimum Healthcare IT. Larry is a very passionate individual that strives to spread great marketing. He takes pride in the work he does and the efforts of his team. Larry is a great person to work with and always pushes the limits of what's possible internally, and he makes magic happen with a non-existent marketing budget. I'm sure that's something we can all identify with. And finally, we have Claire Farr at Evidion. Claire is a bubbly ball of enthusiasm and energy. She brings creative ideas and well thought out plans to her role every day. She's incredibly resourceful and has found ways to get the seemingly impossible done. She definitely, if you ever spoken to Claire, she definitely has a passion for writing and marketing. Congratulations to all three of the honorees. And so, do we have our special guest to make the announcement for this award?
We
Yes.
do. Hey, Sarah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Well,
Yeah.
welcome to the program. Yes, we can
Hold
hear you.
on, I got to get ready real quick.
Oh,
He came prepared. All right.
Yes,
Well, thanks
Sarah,
for
you are.
having me on the show. It's really great to be here.
Well, thank you, and thank you. You were last year's winner, so congratulations on being, I guess probably we can say the longest serving, right? Because it's been such a long time since we had the last award till now. So you are the longest serving marketer person of the year in the health IT category.
Yeah, it's really been an honor. And you know, Colin asked me if I would share some thoughts, and I've been thinking about what I would say to people striving to be marketer of the year or striving to make an impact on this community. And I don't remember a lot about receiving the award because I was overwhelmed with emotion, and I'm not an emotional person, so I think I cried with John. But afterwards, a very well-respected colleague of mine, I was sitting there going, I still don't believe this. How did this happen? What did I do? And he said, are you kidding me? I built my entire content strategy on your HITMC session from last year. And I was like, what? Just a no nonsense way to build content for your funnel. And so what I learned from that was never underestimate the impact you have on this community. We're better together. And if you have an idea and that's something that works, submit a session or ask to be on a panel, ask to be involved, or do a webinar for HITMC and ask people to join you and bounce ideas, because something that was so simple and elementary to me, after that moment, several people came up and said the same thing. So your impact on this community is valued. It is great, and never underestimate it.
Great advice.
Awesome. Well said, Sarah. And so let me hand you the envelope and you can do the honors of announcing the winner.
Well, first of all, just to be nominated in this category is a huge honor, and I love and respect everybody in this category very much as some of the most awesome marketers in HITMC. But this year's 2020 Medigy Marketer of the Year for Health IT is Larry Kaiser from Optimum Healthcare IT.
Woo,
Hey, Larry.
Congratulations, Larry. So let's get him on the air with us. Yeah, well deserved. He did some incredible work this year. And of course, if you've been to any of our HITMC events, both the small ones and the large ones, you can always hear Larry, who chimes in with amazing questions and amazing advice at the same time. So Larry, you're on the air with us.
And I'm dying to see what he's going to look like with a tiara on, by the way.
Pass it through the camera.
The hair doesn't quite work as well.
Yes, we'll definitely have to get Larry a tiara and get him to take a picture of it. Hey, Larry. So we can't hear you, but we can see you.
There you go.
Okay, nope, still can't hear you, Larry.
Maybe he's muted.
How's that? Is that better?
Yay.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, there. All right, there. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yep, you're all set.
All right, fantastic. Well, hey, this is a huge honor, so thank you very much, Sarah. I hope you'll take the time to mail me that tiara, and I'll be happy to take a picture and put it on social media. But yeah, this is a huge honor. You know, I've been involved with HITMC for 3 years now, and it's been such a great group of folks to be with and learn from and talk to, and I've taken so much away from all the presentations and all the relationships, and it's been fantastic. And while this is an individual award, I don't consider it that way for me. I look at it from a team perspective, that, you know, while my crazy mind does things and draws funny pictures on whiteboards, and then people on my team take those pictures and make them look good or take the ideas and run with them, to really build out the marketing program that we've done at Optimum has been fun. It's been rewarding. I have a great team. I thank them daily for all the hard work they do. It's an honor to be part of this organization, and I greatly appreciate the honor of receiving this award. So my wife is behind me filming that now. So
yeah, so
thank you.
Why don't you introduce her?
Charlotte's sleeping, or she would make an appearance as well.
I was gonna say
Yes,
the real
baby.
measure of his ability was he did this all with a new baby. So congrats to you, Larry.
That is awesome.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that.
It is truly deserved, Larry. You are a great contributor to the community, and you've done some amazing things for the company you're at. And yes, to do it all with a new baby as well is just it is just incredible. So
yeah, it's been fun and rather challenging the last. She's 7 months now, so having her on my knee quite often as I'm working is always a challenge, but it's been fun.
Awesome.
That's the new way of conference calls, right? Like it happens. Like that's what happens now.
She has made many appearances on several Zoom calls and webinars and so forth. She has her own keyboard, though she doesn't type very well on it.
That's incredible. Well, Larry, congratulations.
Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you, Sarah, for coming online with us to give away the award. Congratulations.
Good to see you guys. Congrats, Larry.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Sarah.
All right. So now we are down to our final 2 categories. So first up is Agency of the Year Provider Focus. And here we have 3 honorees. First up, we have Fin Partners. Next, we have Geonetric. And finally, Revive Health. And the winner of Agency of the Year Provider Focus is...
Thank you, Colin. The winner is Fin Partners. Congratulations, Gil and his team.
Yes, congratulations to Gil and everyone. So let's try to get Gil online with us to say a few words, but congratulations. It was very, very tough category. The judging group told me that it was very, very hard to pick a winner from these 3 who've done, all have done some incredible work. But Gil, you're on the air with us.
Colin, thank you very much. First of all, if anybody deserves an award, it's the 4 of you. This has been a masterful ceremony, and I think as virtual award ceremonies go, I don't think I'll ever want to go to an in-person award ceremony again, period. First of all, I want to thank Brittany, who passed to me the award-winning envelope to give me sort of a precursor, so I wasn't so surprised. That's not true. I'm just holding on a piece of
An extra 50 bucks helped, right, Gil?
And I had to put on a hat and a vest because you're so cool that I didn't get from John a HITMC t-shirt, which would have meant the world to me, but I figured I'd wear a cool hat instead.
There you go.
You know, I think, Colin, what you said is very true. The category we are in, each of those other agencies are winners. And I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the sponsor. You've done a wonderful job making everybody who's an honoree feel really that they were part of this special community of 81 organizations and people. And I think that's really the HITMC spirit. And we're proud to be among the 81. We're proud to be selected, but we also acknowledge that the other 2 agencies are exceptional and they keep us all on our toes. I certainly want to thank the entire community. Being part of HITMC for Finn, for myself, is a very precious part of our professional lives. We gain from it. I think that what we benefit from is composite IQ. And that composite IQ in a wonderful community where people feel welcomed, their ideas are appreciated, is what makes us all stronger. But I also want to reflect on what's going on right now in this world. And I think everybody who's listening in today, the honorees, the award winners, we're connected to innovators in the chain of health. And we're involved in driving information. Information is the beginning of a journey for people who are desperate to know more because they have a health concern. It's the first stop. And so we're really a precious part of the healthcare continuum. We have to make sure that people have information that's accurate so that they can make informed decisions. But because we often use or misuse this word innovation, and we sometimes use the jargon word disruptive, I just wanted to say a word about that, about being agencies or people of the year in the community of exceptional people, that being part of an innovation community of disruption, what do we face as disruptors? We don't face actually existing ideas or technologies. We are charged with changing people's behaviors and mindsets. It is the hardest thing in the world to do, to change someone's ingrained idea. So I want to thank all of you for this honor on the behalf of my community of people in 19 offices, 800 colleagues around the world. It means a tremendous amount to us, really, 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 because of where it comes from. It comes from you, and it's much more precious as a result of that. But I want to share with everyone that please don't lose courage. Don't lose your determination. Don't lose your persistence. To innovate, we have to be prepared to change. We have to be prepared to change ourselves. We have to be prepared to change the world that we work within. And I think that we can draw upon each other's kindness and strength to make that possible. Thank you all so much for this award. We very much appreciate it.
Thanks, Gil. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Gil. Thank you so much for those words.
Cool hats, cool hats.
And the cool,
T-shirt.
and the cool hat, for sure.
I've got to get a HITMC t-shirt. Thank you.
We'll definitely make that happen. Thank you so much for coming on air with us, Gil. All right, so now we are into our final category, and that is Agency of the Year Health IT Focus. And we have three awesome honorees. First up is Anderson Interactive. Next is ARIA Marketing. And finally, Agency 1022. It just so happens that all of them start with A. That is not the requirement for this category. It just worked out that way. And John, over to you for this final category winner.
All right. And the winner of Agency of the Year of Health IT Focus is Anderson Interactive. Congratulations.
Woo!
I love the team at Anderson Interactive. You know, this category, even in general, for me, is such an important one because without it, HITMC would have never existed. It's organizations like Anderson Interactive and really ARIA Marketing, Agency 1022, and a number of others in this category. HITMC would not exist had they not, joined me on a whim and said, yeah, I'll sponsor something when we had 0 attendees and just an idea. So thanks to all of them, and congratulations, Dave, and your team at Anderson Interactive.
Oh, that's perfect. So thank you so much. This is great. We're very excited about this. And I guess first off, thanks to the HITMC community. I mean, you guys have all pulled this together, and we've just gotten so much value out of being part of this community and growing with you. And, we've started just a short time ago. And
Did we lose Dave?
Oh. I think we may have lost Dave.
And it's really helped us to kind of connect with everybody and rub elbows with some of the. Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Am I back?
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah, great. Well, I just wanted to again thank everybody. It's just great to be named alongside a couple of the 2 health IT giants like ARIA Marketing and Agency 1022. They do amazing work, but I do want to thank the whole team. I mean, we have a small but mighty team. We have Jennifer and Sarah, Adrian, Lacey, Laura, Tom. Plus, we work with a number of contractors, from writers and programmers and designers. So, really great to kind of pull together and come together for this. And we're all very thankful for this nomination and this award. This is great.
Congrats, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, congratulations on the win and being the 2020 Agency of the Year in the Health IT category.
Yeah, and are you open to also showing up in a tiara on a picture?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the tiara, and Gil said it best. I think you guys have put together an amazing conference here. I wish I had a fedora to wear. I'd fit right in, but yeah, this is great, and you guys have just done an amazing job all through the year, and we're all so thankful for what you guys do for us and pull together for us. This is great. So it's just been a difficult year for a lot of agencies, and I think that finding the opportunities to continue to grow, to continue to innovate, continue to change what you're doing and evolve is so important. And we've seen that a lot, not only with other agencies, but our clients. And I think it's been really great to see this community come together like this.
Yeah, well said, Dave.
Thank you so much for those kind words, Dave, and congratulations on your win.
Great, thanks again.
All right. So that takes us to the end, folks. We've made it through and almost on time. So like the Academy and all the awards, we're a little bit over, but I think that's okay. But I hope you've enjoyed this online virtual HITMC celebration. This truly is a celebration of all the honorees, all the nominees, and of course the winners. I hope you are inspired. I hope you had a little bit of fun. Thank you to everyone who was tweeting and sharing this on Twitter through the hashtag HITMC. And please check out our content and read the materials on hitmic.com. And once again, thank you to our sponsor, Shahid at Medigy. Thank you so much for being our sponsor for 5 years in a row. With that, we will be signing off. But again, congratulations to everyone. And I will turn it over to John for the final words as the founder of this wonderful community.
Well, thank you so much to all of you. You really are what makes the community special. You know, and Shahid has been a sponsor with Medigy of the HITMC Awards, but really he helped to shape and mold HITMC as it is today. Without him, it wouldn't be a community. It would have been a colossal failure that would have gone a year and never happened again. So, you know, Shahid deserves a lot more credit. It was a co-founder of HITMC in the beginning. So, thank you to him. Thank you to everyone here for all your support, and we just deeply appreciate you as a community. And let's you know, all put our best karma forward that we can meet together again in November at the annual conference. So hopefully we can get together in a safe and appropriate way with social distancing as needed. But you know, hopefully we can do that in November at the annual conference. But thank you and congratulations to all the award winners. We appreciate the hard work you do, because what you do in healthcare marketing is so important. We need your solutions there to improve healthcare. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for Colin and Brittany for doing all the hard work putting the awards together. And we'll definitely see you online, virtually, and then again in Las Vegas in November. Have a great day, everyone.